Greetings and welcome back to Gettysburg once again. Now, where we left off, my Heath and Pender's division were nicely positioned around Seminary Ridge, with Rhodes and Early's divisions fast approaching from the north. So, let us see what the Federals have done to counteract my moves. What have they been up to? And as always, background music. They open fire. He's shifting cavalry about and bringing up more infantry. Hmm. I'm still mostly waiting for the arrival of at least Rhodes before I attack, because I'm gonna need him most likely. The arrival of Rhodes up here at the Olms house most likely will then dictate my assault. And then Early, as soon as he can, is going to keep coming down the Harrisburg Road, and then we'll break off here to come down the Hunterstown Road to get onto the York Pike and Benner's Hill. Let's see, what can you see from up there? PD's open fire. He's bringing up more infantry and pulling back his cavalry, which makes sense. They've done what they need to do. No need to keep them holding the position. So 2 units recover fatigue, 1 unit undisrupted. And now let's do that so I can hear myself think as always. I know it's probably disconcerting for you lot, and so I apologise. So let us have a look. All in all, my position is fairly nice and cozy. Advance. Alright, let's continue with... We'll do what I always do. We'll start with Ewell's Corps, the 1st Maryland Cavalry Battalion. Will come down Hare's Ridge. Will work its way down Hare's Ridge to basically take up position on my right flank and keep my right flank secure. Iverson he should... No, he cannot see them just yet because of this bit of Oak Ridge here. I think once I reach here, he should see me, yes. But until that time, I'm fairly invisible. Bring you on. And then Ramsur's brigade. And the rest of Carter's battalion of artillery. And then Rhodes' supply wagon. The 35th Virginia Cavalry will continue to charge down the Harrisburg Road to towards the William Whibble house. And then with that, we'll also bring Ewell further down. We'll bring him to the schoolhouse near Rock Creek, I think. For now. You are coming this way via Hunterstown. So over near Beaver Dam. Smith is following them. Now, early... We'll have Avery in the lead, which is Hoke's brigade, although Hoke isn't here. And then the rest of Early will continue on. Artillery guns. Slowly following. And then finally the supply wagon. And then next turn, the appalling quality and appallingly small 17th Virginia Cavalry will be coming down here to get on to get to Granite Hill, essentially. We'll come this way, down here, and then sit up around Granite Hill and use Granite Hill as both an observation point and a gather together spot. Alright. They're building breastworks, which makes sense. Open fire. Alrighty. The Charlottes. Blast them. And then these 4 guns, which is the Madison, Mississippi artillery, will blast them. As I just continue to work on driving him backwards for now. The Hardaways and the Richmond Johnsons. Now, the Mississippi. Line them up. Crenshaw's. What have I got? I've got 3 battery. I've got what? 5 batteries in position. With what? 5 batteries currently in position, with a good 6 in reserve. Not too shabby. Now, let us bring these boys down from Cashtown. They will start approaching from Cashtown, and then General Lee will arrive in 2 turns. Well, so Lee will soon be here. And I think maybe not... Again, I still want to delay until I can at least get roads into position. At which point I will probably launch a major assault. But for now, we'll basically tuck in behind Seminary Ridge. We'll continue to tuck in behind Seminary Ridge and get ready for the assault. So, one step closer to beginning the attack with Lane and Perrin's brigades attacking here, aiming for Cemetery Hill and Ziegler's Grove. We'll have Archer and Pettigrew attacking for the town. Rhodes will attack for the town, and then for Culp's Hill, and then once Early arrives, he'll arrive at roughly Benner's Hill and attack for Culp's Hill. Yeah, that seems like a decent enough sort of layout for orders. And then I'll naturally keep Thomas and Scales back as, quote, reserves. The question is, what is he gonna do? And more importantly, what has he got on the field? That is the question now, isn't it? I could look to deploy 2 more batteries onto, say, Seminary, but I don't think I want to yet. Only when maybe the attack actually begins will I deploy more guns forward. So again, you're about what? Maybe you will probably reach 2, 3, 4, 5. He should have reached around here by next turn. And so we'll say here. With the following turn being about here. So it's still a good couple of turns away. Ooh. So I'm burning early morning, which is probably not the best idea. But by burning this early morning time, it's going to give me what's Rhodes actually got? Because if we look at the order of battle, that's not the organised. Rhodes has a grand total of a good 8,625 men. Is not shabby. That is not shabby whatsoever. Early is bringing 6,100. And then between Heath's 8,000 and Pender's 7,200. So yeah, I do want to wait until at least Rhodes is on the field, because it'll give me a total of about 24,000 men on the field. Which 24,000 is more than a match for the 11th, the 1st and 11th Corps. So we shall bide our time patiently before launching that full-scale assault. And when the time comes to launch that full-scale assault, we should be fairly nice. We should be nice and ready to do so. Your next turn will basically just come down this small trail and then get on the Carlisle Road. I'll have him oversee roads, even though Early will still be detached. And then Lee, as soon as he arrives, he is going to zip it down the Chambersburg Pike as fast as he can. Because when he arrives with 2 units, a couple of squadrons of cavalry, so the A and C companies of the 39th Virginia Cavalry Battalion, and the 1st North Carolina Battalion of Sharpshooters. Now, the North Carolina Sharpshooters are going to slowly trundle along the pike, but Lee, with his cavalry escort, is going to zoom as fast as he can. Longstreet will arrive at 1, and then will probably just stay there for the time being. I'll probably keep Longstreet around Cashtown until the arrival of at least part of his forces, specifically McLaws at 6, who will then zoom down the Chambersburg Pike as fast as he can to get ready for day 2. I might even force march a little bit during the night. So if I have to, I'll maybe force march until about maybe 10. I'll say about 11. And then hopefully get to around Hare's Ridge. We'll get to Hare Ridge, and from Hare Ridge, we will use that as our basic spot for them, and then they can probably do what they do historically, although slightly differently, because they'll come down here, come down here, come down here, and unsurprisingly, you arrive here. So, yeah, they are going to actually be doing what they did historically, pretty much. So, we shall see, however. For now, though, we will push onwards, continue waiting for the arrival of Early and Rhodes, at least Rhodes, who is, again, almost here with his division, so once he's deployed and ready to go, I will launch a devastating wide assault from all 3 divisions. So again, for now, we will just continue waiting, buying time, but also trying to soften him up a bit with the artillery. It doesn't matter if it does a lot of damage, but softening up here and there never hurts anyone. But for now, I thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please consider hitting that thumbs up subscribing, or leaving a comment. But until next time, I will see you all soon. So until then, bye bye for now.